Well, that was a kick in the teeth. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening, whatever you may be. My name is Undub, and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. And welcome to my two newest subscribers, both of whom have deigned to remain anonymous. Thank you very much for joining the eternal crusade against YouTube and its sorting algorithms. Well, it has been an interesting week across the galaxy since last Saturday. Let's roll on into a roundup of the major and minor news. Starting off, the Alliance, Federation, and Empire have accepted the Barman report and will be spooling down Aegis operations. That said, it is not an immediate drawdown and demobilization because that will take time. That said, the Federation and Empire have begun creating new strike groups in order to take over the role of Aegis, and the Alliance will also be doing so with the aid of their new client? I'm not quite sure what the arrangement between the Alliance and Sirius Corporation is, to be honest. That said, the Federation seems to be the only superpower taking a serious investigatory look into Ramtah's findings and testimony about Salvation's anti-Thargoid superweaponry. As such, President of the Federation, Zachary Hudson, addressed Congress on Friday. I'm not sure whether this was the State of the Union or not, or did he just show up? And that's beside the point. His main points were that the Proactive Detection Bureau will continue to bolster Federation security from threats within and without. Though, with the threat of Thargoid still being on the horizon as possibly escalating, they will be accelerating plans on building a federal anti-Xenos task force. Other points included border security to prevent infighting with Alliance and Empire from moving into federal territory, and honestly, that does seem like a bit of a State of the Union, and Shadow President Winters immediately rebutted with the following. The transcript has been provided by Galnet. President Hudson fails to mention his disastrous attempts to capture Yuri Grom, his former Fleet Admiral's criminal conviction for the destruction of Starship One, or that his surveillance laws forced several systems to declare independence. I would argue that under his leadership, the Federation has never been weaker or less secure. I have one word that sums that up. Spicy. There are, however, at least some marginal wins for the Federation, however, as Kane Massey Corporation has secured the mining contracts that Torval Mining Ltd. had been attempting to secure. I'm certain that must have been a bitter pill to swallow for Senator Zemina Torval. Quite frankly, the Torval Matriarch probably has other senatorial duties to handle, as there are rumors going around that the factions within the Imperial Senate are actively blocking the ACT investigation of the Imperial Security Services Network, especially since it is believed that rogue elements of the ISS were possibly training and providing equipment to the NMLA. The implication is concerning that the NMLA was somehow something that the Imperial Intelligence Services created. As such, some members of the Senate have stated that the investigation must continue in order to alleviate any lack of confidence in Imperial intelligence. Unfortunately, that lack of confidence seems to extend even into the Imperial family, as Princess Aisling Duval has stated that with these allegations, her faith in the Imperial Intelligence Services isn't quite there, going so far as to state that she is no longer certain that a breach in the data network was not responsible for her father's location and murder by the NMLA. I would also posit possibly going so far as to say maybe a double agent. But that's beside the point. Additionally, the princess has stated she is concerned with the lack of presence the Empress has had over the last year. Chancellor Anders Blaine has downplayed the princess's concerns, stating he has never had any cause to believe the Empress is in any danger from her own security agencies. I'll be honest, I never expected things to turn out like this. I was expecting to see a report of how Empress Arissa Lavigny Duval had addressed the Senate this week to alleviate their concerns. Not more bloviating from Anders Blaine, who is more and more becoming the designated spokeshole for the Imperial Palace. I mean, the NMLA is defeated and gone now, isn't it? That's why Senator Carl Nerva is so ever insistent that the ACT be dissolved and returned to their normal duties, right? And that is it. On the superpower level news, anyway. But not everything for today, as I have not one, but two different reports of UFOs. The first comes from the Wolf 718 system, where a series of radar contacts were picked up by the local authorities near one of the moons there, but they were unable to identify them. Commander Long Joe Silver happened to be in the area and confirmed that they were simply casks of very high-proof bootleg liquor hovering over the planetoid in question. The cask of liquor was then taken to the proper authorities for questioning. And while Aegis may have its days numbered, those among her fold are still attempting to get as much work done now as they can. Professor Alba Tesrau. Professor Alba Tesrau is among that number, as she has relayed information of a drifting cluster of unknown objects within a 15 light-year range of Rego SC-X B29-2. She believes that based off the scan data, it may be important for Aegis' mission, even if that mission gets picked up by disparate agencies across the superpowers. Anyway, that is it for today. Thank you all for watching. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and click that little bell for notifications. And to join me in my eternal crusade against YouTube and its salting algorithms. And hopefully I will see you all in the next video.